Looking for a getaway that's within driving distance of Dallas? Take a weekend trip to Marfa for an artsy getaway, or hit the road for the wine-drenched city of Fredericksburg, or a slow-paced weekend in historic Jefferson. You can't go wrong with any of these road trips from Dallas. Let's start by saying Dallas is a great jumping-off point for road trips, leading to a diverse array of vacation spots inside Texas and just across the border. In this video, I'll give you some destination ideas within driving distance of Dallas, complete with details on what you'll find once you arrive, from restaurants and wineries to museums and hiking trails. Pack some snacks, create the perfect playlist, and slide behind the wheel. It's road trip time. Keep in mind, in both Austin and Houston, you'll also find plenty to do, so plan to stay in these cities longer to experience all they have to offer. Marfa, Texas, distance from Dallas. 513 miles, about 8 hours by car. This small West Texas town draws travelers from all corners of the country who descend on Marfa to visit its art museums, galleries, impressive restaurants, and the mysterious Marfa lights. You too can spend a long weekend basking in the desert landscape. Book a room at the historic Hotel Paisano or the modern Hotel St. George, or stay at the exceedingly charming El Cosmico, a casual property with safari tents, vintage trailers, and yurts. The McDonald Observatory hosts occasional star parties, where you can take advantage of dark skies to explore the cosmos via telescope. And fans of the iconic James Dean and Elizabeth Taylor Western, Giant, can visit an Artist's Highway 90 roadside tribute to the 1956 movie, which was filmed in the area. Galveston Island, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 290 miles. Roughly a 5-hour drive. The Texas coast sports a handful of beach destinations, but for an all-around good time on the shoreline, it's hard to beat Galveston Island. It spans more than 30 miles and includes some of the area's best beaches, including Jamaica Beach, East Beach, and Crystal Beach. When you're done playing in the waves, the island offers countless activities. Walk through the Strand, a National Historic Landmark neighborhood filled with Victorian architecture and 19th century buildings. Eat fresh seafood at Caddo's, Black Pearl Oyster Bar, and Fisherman's Wharf. Or spend a day at Moody Gardens, the massive entertainment complex housing a golf course, lazy river, and 2 pyramids. One filled with rainforest plants and animals, and another containing an aquarium full of penguins, sharks, and tropical fish. Fredericksburg, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 260 miles, about 4.5 hours. This German settlement is the epicenter of the Texas Hill Country, with wineries, shops, and restaurants everywhere you look. Stroll along Main Street to visit tasting rooms and boutiques, then score a good dinner at popular eateries like Otto's, Sage, Hill and Vine, or Cabernet Grill before following your ears to live music on a nearby patio or spilling out of a bar. If you want to explore the nearby wineries, William Chris Vineyards and Lost Draw Cellars are a couple great places to start. Then when it's time to retire for the evening, Fredericksburg abides with countless B&Bs and quaint hotels. Palo Duro, Canyon State Park, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 380 miles and roughly 6 hours. The Grand Canyon never gets old, but it's also not getting any closer. So go visit the next best thing instead. Palo Duro Canyon is the second biggest canyon in the country. This panhandle treasure is rugged and scenic, with more than 30 miles of hiking, biking, and equestrian trails. It's an easy day trip from Amarillo, but for the full effect, stay inside the park and camp for a couple nights. You can pitch your own, or book one of the luxury tents and cabins available through Palo Duro Glamping. Wimberley, Texas, distance from Dallas, 230 miles, a short 4-hour drive. The Texas Hill Country is packed with towns worth your time. And while Fredericksburg isn't exactly the big city, slower-paced Wimberley gives you a quiet place to settle down each night while still putting you close to the action. Located between Austin and San Antonio, it provides easy access to the area's many wineries, breweries, and distilleries, plus a few good restaurants, like the Leaning Pear and Longleaf. Adventurous travelers should check out Jacob's Well an artesian spring and submerged cavern that's more than 4,000 feet long and reaches 140 feet at its deepest point. And if you want to further immerse yourself in nature, there is Getaway House, with cabins that encourage digital detoxing by providing a lockbox for your phone. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Distance from Dallas, 206 miles, 3.25 hours. Most Dallas road trips involving the much-maligned I-35 head south to Austin and San Antonio, but point your car north and you'll hit Oklahoma City in just over 3 hours. It's worth exploring this often overlooked destination as Oklahoma City's growing population keeps giving visitors more to do. Check out happening hotels like the artsy 21C and the National, which rehabbed a 1931 landmark building into a luxe property. Then explore thriving neighborhoods such as Automobile Alley, which evokes deep Elm vibes and a fun collection of restaurants, galleries, and shops. Downtown Scissortail Park is a 70-acre oasis with lush landscaping, a farmer's market, food trucks, a free concert series, and a lagoon where you can rent paddle boats. And don't miss the museums. From the somber Oklahoma City National Memorial to the National Cowboy and Western History Museum and First Americans Museum, there's culture around every corner. Big Bend National Park, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 535 miles, 8 hours by auto. Set right against the Texas-Mexico border, Big Bend National Park stretches for 800,000 acres and encompasses cacti-strewn desert, imposing mountains, and the Rio Grande River. Choose your own adventure and explore the park's 150 miles of hiking trails, or take a scenic drive along River Road. Whatever you choose to do, look up once the sun goes down. Big Bend has some of the country's darkest skies, which makes it a prime spot for stargazing. And if you're up for a 1-2 punch, Big Bend is relatively close to Marfa, so you can swing through for a couple nights on your way back to DFW. South Padre Island, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 550 miles, 8.5 hours. South Padre Island sports one of Texas's best beaches, but don't let its reputation as a spring break party spot keep you away, though you might want to avoid March if that's not your scene. Situated off the tip of Texas's Gulf Coast, South Padre Island is home to sandy beaches and gentle waves, and it's equally appealing to adrenaline-seeking kite surfers as it is to laid-back sunbathers. If you want to spend time on the water, book a fishing charter and drop a line into the ocean to catch your dinner. Or stay firmly on dry land and visit the Sea Turtle Rescue Center before posting up at Wana Wana Beach Bar with one of its famous piña coladas. Just 2.5 hours east of Dallas is Jefferson, Texas, and Caddo Lake. Nearly every commercial building and house on the main arterial road in Jefferson has a historic marker. Early records indicate that Jefferson was founded around 1841 on land ceded from the Caddo Indians. At that time, a logjam more than 100 miles long existed on the Red River north of present Natchitoches, Louisiana. The Indians said that this logjam, known as the Great Red River Raft, had always existed. Jefferson, located on the bank of the Big Cypress Bayou, which flows through Caddo Lake, which straddles both Texas and Louisiana. This quaint East Texas town, known for its historical attributes, old-fashioned bed-and-breakfast inns, southern charm, brick-clad streets, unique antique shops, and restaurants. Just a few miles down FM 2198 is Caddo Lake State Park and the small town of Uncertain, Texas, population 85. Caddo Lake, which some say is the only naturally formed lake in Texas. The lake and bayou comprise an internationally protected wetland under the Ramsar Convention and includes one of the largest flooded cypress forests in the United States. Caddo is one of Texas's few non-oxbow natural lakes. It was artificially altered by the addition of a dam in the 1900s. Now, just sit back and relax while we enjoy the sights and sounds of Caddo Lake. This is small-town Texas as it gets. Uncertain has many B&Bs that offer unique places to stay around the lake. A few restaurants like Big Pines Lodge or Shady Glade Cafe. Uncertain is a place where you can reconnect with nature and enjoy the Spanish moss-draped cypress trees surrounded by tranquil waters. Horseshoe Bay Resort, Horseshoe Bay, Texas. Distance from Dallas, 215 miles, 3.5 hours. If you like nice hotels, resort-style pools, eating, drinking, golf, and/or spa treatments, you'll do well here. Horseshoe Bay is a sprawling hill country destination that sits on 7,000 acres along Lake LBJ. The property's 400 guest rooms are joined by 4 golf courses, 6 restaurants, multiple pools, and pickleball courts, so you won't get bored, though you may get tricked into some exercise. Book a couple nights or more to get the full experience, and you can start your day with a round of golf or get some vitamin D by the pool before turning your attention to more pressing matters, like what to eat for lunch. Thanks for watching. See ya!